my original first line of work was banking. I become dissatisfied with the job role and didn't know what I wanted to do. And I think linking the fact that I got family members, I had a twin sister who had a learning disability, and my children are both autistic. So I had a link in there with some kind of like awareness of. I think that's sometimes one of the things we do when we recruit is that some people coming to us don't realise that they have skill bases or experiences that can be brought into the workplace, whether it's through a work experience or whether it's through personal experiences as well. And so that's what kind of got me into working in this industry. It was actually coming in as a support worker like Bob, no different. But myself and Bob's routes took different angles. I mean, Bob chose, he mentioned he was a team leader. He started to be promoted, obviously, but chose not to do that any further. And that's absolutely fine. And we want people who are committed to that kind of role, obviously. But I started to progress through the ranks. I like Bob, I become a team leader, deputy, manager, area and regional manager level. But I think that's what my banking background gave me the opportunity to do as well, because I had associated skills I learned whilst in banking that I can then bring into the role as a more senior role, as a manager, area manager, etc. And most of the people we have coming through at support worker level now, and team leader roles, I have no experience generally sometimes in the care industry. But we do try to pull out of them that they do have this skill set that can be a good attribute to us. We try to encourage people to recognise their own skill sets, recognise whether they've, and we've employed people recently in Essex that have come from totally different backgrounds, including self-employed. They were builders, contractors, etc. Similar to Bob. We've had people come through to us who've worked in the film industry. We've had people coming to us who've worked in holiday camps, etc. Whole range of things. In respect of development and opportunities or not, I think that people need to understand that, you know, yes, you can come in at a lower level, but the opportunities to develop into a managerial role are there if people want it. The organisation Lifeways has got a fantastic development programme and training facilities available to all staff and managers coming through. So we do develop staff quite clearly. Almost all the managers I've got 9 managers in Essex I oversee, and all of them bar one have come through the ranks within Lifeways. You know, and that for me is really important to know there's an opportunity if people want it. But we've also had people been there like Bob 15, 20 years. And really, really satisfied in their role and want to remain in their role. So for people coming into the industry, they need to understand or need to be aware of that there's an opportunity to do one or t'other. It's not just one process or one kitchen everything. The government are trying to push the agenda for social care and recruitment into social care, as they should do and should have been doing a long time ago. Unfortunately, for people who are not in the industry, trying to find your way into it is quite difficult, and you have to search out. So it's either word of mouth or you search out and just go Googling, you know, that kind of scenario, which is companies like, but this opportunity we're doing now, this discussion we're doing now is, I think, really, really interesting and really exciting, because I think it gives people like yourself and others the opportunity to have this kind of dialogue. What we're quite open to do as a company is have those further dialogues with people who are interested to say, look, if you're not sure still, come and talk to us properly. Come and have a visit. We can arrange those things individually with people. It's not a concern. We can do that. At that time, to be honest with you, I saw it as a stopgap. I saw a job advertised for a residential social worker, which was basically a support worker. And I saw it as a stopgap. But I loved it. And then 30 years later, I'm still roughly doing the same industry, same job, but at a very different level. I didn't aspire to get promotion either at the time. It wasn't something that was on my agenda. It was just something that seemed to happen quite quickly because I was enjoying the job and I was quite committed to it, and I was interested in changing things. Like Bob said earlier on, it was about making sure you can provide the best service to people that are there. So I got engaged with that quite quickly. I mean, weeks, and then all these years later, still have the same passion, still have the same desire to change what goes on.